If you're using response groups in your deployment, then you'll definitely want to use the following method that I'm going to show you to back them up. So what you're going to have to do is you're first going to have to go out to the internet and download the Lync server resource kit tools. So let me go out to the Internet Explorer, and in Bing, I will do a search for Lync 2010 resource kit tools download. So there's a lot of useful stuff in this package, but there's a specific response group export utility. It's actually a PowerShell script module, but you want to download the OCS reskit.msi here. So we'll download it and do the install. Well, I'll just run it from here actually. And this is just going to be a simple, typical wizard. You just run through, accept the license agreement, hit next, 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 and it'll basically just extract all those tools to a location you specify. I just went with the defaults here. So the default location for the install is C program files, Microsoft Lync Server 2010. So we'll go into ResKit, which is where those tools are now going to be. Now the specific script module, the PowerShell script module, is called RGS import export, and it's a PS1 script. And essentially what you need to do is import this module into the shell environment, and that'll give you two commandlets. That'll give you an export and an import commandlet for the response group configuration. So you can load up this module, run the export on a regular basis. If you ever need to restore your response group configuration from scratch, you could then load this module, import with the import commandlet to whatever external file you've backed up to. So let's go into the shell. I'll show you how to do this. So once that's extracted, what you can do is an import module, and then you specify the entire path to that script. And that was rgs import export.ps1. That's going to give you a commandlet called export cs rgs configuration. And there's also one called import-cs rgs configuration. But what you'd want to do is run this on maybe a weekly or monthly basis. So you're going to say export, and then you're going to give it a source, which would be application server : and then the name of your front end pool. So in this case, pool.interface.ttlabs.com. And then specify a file name, and I'll just do rgs.zip. So of course you need to know your front end pool name when you run this commandlet. Also don't forget the application server prefix with the colon. Kind of tricky syntax. The help for these functions as well won't show you this. So this is something to make a note of here. If we go back out on the C drive, there's that rgs.zip. And if you look at the contents, we've got a folder. We've got all of the agent group and workflow configuration in XML format, my holiday sets, my business hours. We've got my queues that I built previously. So all that information is saved now. And if a problem were to come up later on down the road, or I had to rebuild my servers from scratch, I could now run import cs rgs configuration, and then my file name, specify that zip file, and then get back up and running to where I was before. So you might want to dump the zip file out somewhere that's captured by a file system type of backup that's backing up your file servers or something like that. So there you go. That's the process of downloading and installing the resource kit and running the export configuration commandlet for the response group service. Remember, you can script this and schedule it to run on a regular basis.